so many great instructors, and this came from Wade, with so many great instructors to take classes with, how can I optimize my schedule to maximize my learning experience to get the most out of it? For the students out there, if you're there to learn, you can't come in there and say, okay, look, everything, and I'm going to take everything. If you're starting out, sure, go dabble here, dabble there, and see what gels with you. But if you're there with some experience, you need to have goals for anyone to be able to help you achieve them. Because if you don't have goals, if you're just learning for the sake of being in a class and moving around, you might get something out of it, but you might not necessarily be laying the foundation for progress. And laying the foundation for progress really requires you to be able to say, what is my purpose here? And no one can answer that except you. So let's say you've got a lineup of 20 salsa instructors, 30 salsa instructors. What are you there for? Like, maybe you're there to say, okay, I really want to get better at performances. So who's a great performer and what do they teach generally? This is what I want to learn. Or I want to get really good at musicality. So then take a bunch of classes that will support that. Go to the instructors that you know are good at that and can teach that. But try and have a goal as a student, and then it'll make an event like you were saying, Madalena, about New York Salsa Congress, supposed to be known for the best of the best. It doesn't matter if everybody's the best, but if there's one person that's the best instructor for you in that moment of your journey, that's all that matters. That's how we need to approach our learning. It's not about, well, give me all the good things, because how could you even we have 3 simultaneous workshops every hour, right? Like, how could you are physically, humanly not capable of taking everything that's available. And so the only way to really maximize your time and your learning is to identify what you want to work on. And that will change. Taking classes from one instructor does not mean that everyone else sucks. That's not what you're saying, but you're saying, this is what I want to work on today. Just like in school, right? We have math, we have science, we have English, we have all these subjects. Focusing on something does not mean that all these other subjects are irrelevant, but this is your goal. Because why? I want to be an accountant. So are you going to go and take English literature and how to draw and paint? It still will help you, but it's not going to help you get to your goal. So you're going to take more maths, accounting, finance classes to get to your goal. So just remember, because you pick something does not mean that you are by nature, by omission, saying everything else sucks. That is never your statement. All you're saying is, right now, this is my focus. That's what I want to work on. What are your thoughts? As organizers of the event?
Yes. As organizers, we always struggled with making the best choices in who putting in the same time with whom, because we had different frustrations. Like, there were people that wanted to go only to the salsa classes. We had people that wanted to go only to the international artists. We had people that they don't want everyone being in the same time. They don't want to be, so it's very difficult to make everyone happy. This year, for example, we tried to put just one salsa, one bachata, one kizomba, just to make them more even. Not always, but we tried that. Other people also say, please don't put the important artists in the morning or in the end of the schedule. But then I need to put them side to side. So you still need to choose. If I put them all day long from morning until dawn, then you can at least go to them and enjoy them. So there's always a reasoning behind how we do the schedule. Some parts where we cannot really change much is because of the flights and because some arrive later or they leave earlier. So we need to put them more. So the other need to adapt because of that. So it's not an easy job.
Sometimes we explain to them, if you cannot go to 6 workshops, you choose 3 and do those 3 workshops, give the best of you, and you will have them with you. Don't go and be stressed and be tired. And if you set your mind, okay, I can do 3 workshops, remain with that, and do not be frustrated because you cannot attend the others. You choose 3, for example, and you are glad with it and you give your best for that.
I mean, instructors and workshops are like areas of dance at the end of the day. There's so many different areas of dance. There's body movement, there's styling, there's footwork, there's spins, there's leading, there's following. I mean, we don't work on all of those things simultaneously per se. Yes, we learn a little bit, right? But we don't work on all of those things. We start with our basics. It's not like we're like, okay, I'm going to work on basics and I'm going to work on spins and I'm going to do, no, we build up. And so again, it's not a negative remark on anything else or any other instructor. It's just a matter of focusing your attention. And hate to say it, but like as much as you would like to be able to take from everything, going to a workshop, being passively present, meaning you're there just copying the instructor, but not really absorbing everything because you're exhausted, you haven't slept, you've been taking class after class after class, and then recording the workshop at the end only to just put it in your hard drive for the next 20 years. Like that's not learning. You know, you would be
Or the
better off. Say what?
Or the grandchildren to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, putting it, well, who knows how they'll be watching things, because I know 20 years ago I had floppy disks. So I know some people who are younger are like, what is a floppy disk? Anyways, yeah, like I would like to second what Carolina is saying here is, you know, decide on the workshops. Either go in with topic centric. So I want to work on my lead and follow. So look at the classes that are about leading and following. Or I want to work on movement. So look at those classes. Or I want to understand why a dancer, why an instructor or an artist does what they do. Take all of their classes. Because in every class that they're teaching, every topic is going to bring something else out about their philosophy, about their methodology, why they think the way they think. So if you know, I mean, I have that with some people that are coming from like the UK who are planning to take my workshops. And it's because they're like, I like the way you dance in general. And I want to know how you do that. So if you just come and take a footwork class, like, yes, you'll understand what I think about footwork and how I explain movement. But if you take my social dance technique class too, you'll understand why I do what I do on the dance floor. And if you look at the creativity tools workshop, you'll understand how I create. So here you have a greater understanding of that dancer's approach. So if there's someone on the schedule, on any schedule lineup that you're like, I really like the way they do things, and I want to better understand that because I aspire to be able to do some of those things, then take all of their classes because you'll learn more and more in different ways about how they think about dance. You know?